real world, which is 6.7. Real world applications, or as we like to call them, word questions. How are these different? Yes, there's one thing that's different here. Let's take a look at number 7. It says in the area of this rectangle, you got a rectangle. Agreed? And say that this is x, this is 2x plus 6. And they tell us that the area is equal to, is it 56? What could you do with this?
The area is width times height, right?
Yes, or length times width, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. They expect you to remember the area of a rectangle is the length times the width. Do we know any of those numbers?
You know one of them.
Area is 56. Do we know what the length is? 2x plus 6. Do we know what the width is?
No. X. Yeah.
X. Does this look a little bit like a question from the last section?
Mm-hmm.
What could you do with it?
Multiply it out.
Okay. And again, remember on your test, do something. Just don't look and go, I don't know what to do now. You would get some credit for doing this if you took it a step farther, like, and do 2x squared plus 6x. This would get you more partial credit because you did more right. Is there something else you can do? No, that's not it. What did we do?
Something with the 56.
We want to make it equal to 0, so then we can break it, right? That's what we just came from.
Right.
Yeah. 0 equals 2x squared plus 6x minus 56. Well, we write this up here. Do you want the 0 on the left or on the right? Or does it matter?
On the right, because it makes me feel better.
Okay. And I've had people confused before. How do I get the 0 on the other side?
Yeah.
Remember, it's equal to each other. So does it make a difference if you say 3 plus 4 equals 4 plus 3? We can flip-flop it, can't we? You're supposed, an equal sign is like a mirror. So I can flip side to side. Okay. What can we do with this now?
There's a common GCF. The GCF.
Yeah. Is there something you can take out of all of it and clean up the so it's not so much? No. We take a 2 out of everything. 28. And by doing that, we also now
Have the shortcut.
AC with a shortcut, don't we?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, 3 terms, AC. Well, AC. Anybody wants air conditioning today? I don't know. Sure. A here is 1. Shortcut. B is 3. C is negative 28. 1 times negative 28 is negative 28. What multiplies to give you negative 28 that adds up to give you 3? Right. 7 and negative 4. And again, I'm just doing that to speed things along a little bit.
Right.
We have the shortcut, so now we can go right to the answer, can't we? X plus 7, x minus 4 was equal to 0. Don't forget the 2.
No, yes, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna rewrite that up here. X plus 7. X minus 4. Okay. What now?
Can we put all of them to 0 and then find our answer?
The whole point of having it multiplied, because it's equal to 0, that means again, the parentheses, each of the parentheses, each of the parts could be equal to 0. So x minus 4 is it equal to 0?
And,
Or x plus 7 is equal to 0? Or can 2 equal to 0?
no.
Wow. What does that tell you?
2 and possible answers.
Means that 2 can't be 0, so we don't have to worry about the 2. If it was 2x, that would be a different story. But this is just 2. Okay, so can we solve this then? So x is equal to -7 or 4, right? We all good? Yes.
What if it was a 2x? How equals 0? How would you do that?
Well, then 2x equals 0. 2 times what is 0? Or divide by 2. 0 divided by 2 is.
Yeah.
If it was 2x equals 0, divided by 2, x equals 0. Either way, the 2 is irrelevant.
No, that was your.
Okay, so where were we? We said our answers were -7 and 4, correct? Bingo. Why not? Look where we came from. In real world, can you have a side that's -7? No, you may not. So put a big ass star in your notes. With word questions, you better check your answers. Because how do you have a negative side? In 107, we're going to call these extraneous answers. They're ones that seem to make sense, but don't. You cannot have x equals -7 as a side of the rectangle. Does 4 work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go back and check if x equals 4. Let's see, 56 is that was, well, let's see, this would be then 2 times 4 plus 6 is 14. 56, is it equal to 4 times 14? Yeah, all day long. Check your answers on word questions. One of them will likely be wrong. So how'd that happen? Let's go back and look at the original. What's your exponent here? On your x?
1.
What does that tell you? You can only have one answer. So how'd we get 2? We artificially created it right here. When you multiply x by x, you get x squared, right? Here's the issue. X squared equals 16. What's x? 4, right? But isn't it also possible to be -4? Because isn't -4 times -4 also 16? So when we ended up multiplying x by x and got x squared, we artificially created the negative possibility. But you can't have negative in the real world when you're measuring, can you? You actually created your own problem.
Is there a way to not create the problem?